What's going on, Audioholics? Tyler here, and today I'm recording another record update for the Rampant Records series that I just started. I think I have 10 new records here to add to my collection, which I'm not actually at my house right now, so I'll have to take them back at some point. I'm actually at this man's house. Hello.
Fuck you.
We're going to record an Audioholics tonight after this, because fun fact, my microphone broke, so we're kind of stuck for a while as far as that's concerned. But yeah, so let's get right into it. The first one I have here is Diary of a Madman by Ozzy Osbourne, which is a fucking fantastic album. You got Over the Mountain, Flying High Kick, You Can't Kill Rock and Roll, Believer, Little Dolls Tonight, SATO, and Diary of a Madman. This is an album that I think came out around the time that Ozzy was dealing with a lot of really serious drug issues and alcohol issues in his life, so I think a lot of the material on this album is about that. Randy Rhoads, of course, played on this album, so you have phenomenal guitar playing. Of course, Ozzy is a great vocalist as always. For some reason, the name of the drummer is escaping me, but he's another standout player on this album. Really, I think the drummer in most rock bands is the most unsung hero, because the drumming really makes the music. Especially now that I've been playing in my own band, I realize without a drummer, there's no impact. Drumming is really important. Next I have Quiet Riot, Metal Health. I always think it's mental health, but it's metal health. So, of course, you have Metal Health / Bang Your Head, Come On Feel the Noise, which is, everyone knows that song. Don't Want to Let You Go, Slick Black Cadillac, Love's a Bitch, ain't it? Breathless, Run for Cover, Battle Axe, Let's Get Crazy, and Thunderbird. This is a really great album. For those of you who don't know, Randy Rhoads from this album actually started Quiet Riot, or at least he was an original member. He's not on this album. This was kind of like their comeback album, I guess. I'm not really sure if there are any original members. I'll have to look that up at some point, but I really love this album. It's kind of like a guilty pleasure of mine. I know it's not really considered a masterpiece or anything, but it's fun rock and roll. What can I say? So next we have Rush, Grace Under Pressure, and I don't know how to feel about the fact that this is my first Rush album, because, I mean, I know it's generally considered the best of synth-era Rush, but when you talk Rush, who's talking synth-era Rush? You're talking prog Rush, like Moving Pictures or Hemispheres or something, not this. And this is still a great album, though. It's still a really great album. This is the album with Red Sector A on it, which was about, what is the name of the bassist? Geddy Lee. It's about Geddy Lee's mother, who is a Holocaust survivor. I really think that Geddy Lee, his synth playing in this album is really phenomenal. You got The Body Electric, which is really good, Kid Gloves, Red Lenses, Between the Wheels, Distant Early Warning, After Image, again, Red Sector A and The Enemy Within. Just a really fantastic album all around. Again, probably my favorite of the synth Rush era. So next we have Dire Straits, Making Movies. I've never actually heard this album. Never heard it before, but I own the first Dire Straits record. I do want Brothers in Arms at some point, but this is, I think, generally considered their best, or one of their best anyway, and I'm not like a super fan of Dire Straits, but I really do like their music, and I think it sounds really good on vinyl, so for $10 I figured I'd pick it up. Why not? I mean, the worst it could be is just not amazing, So next, Chicago 2. This is a double LP, much like Chicago Transit Authority. I got this one for $8, which is pretty cheap. I know nothing about this album. I would assume it's probably jazz rock, just like Transit Authority was, but I confess I have no idea. Kind of taken a bit of a leap of faith with this one. The only person who told me it's kind of good is Logan.
25 or 6 to 4 is on it.
I've never heard that song. I don't know.
Ding, 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 ding. You've heard it.
So, next we have some albums. I've really wanted some Beatles for a long time, and those of you who have seen the Abbey Road video we did, you probably know that I'm not a diehard fan of the Beatles. I never have been, but as a vinyl collector now, I feel like you gotta have Beatles. You know, and it's not like I don't like the Beatles. I love Magical Mystery Tour, and in fact, that's the next album I have here. Magical Mystery Tour. This is a really good album. I'm not used to this camera. I'm trying to, like, show you. And they got the back, which is pretty cool also. I'm actually going to open this up and show you the inside, which I don't generally do, but it's worth it here because there's like a really cool picture book with all kinds of concept art in this one. Or I guess I couldn't call it concept art, but just a bunch of like really cool pictures. You got this, whatever this is. All kinds of this type of stuff in here. And also, this fell out. I don't know if this was supposed to be attached in here. This is actually a copy I got from Logan, so it might be a little bit worn. I'm not going to show you everything, but just to show you an idea. It's really cool stuff.
Yeah, it probably should be attached.
I don't know, but either way, it's pretty cool. Also, this is in there. It's kind of cool. But yeah, Magical Mystery Tour. And the next Beatles album I have that I got is Sgt. Pepper. Sgt. Pepper. I never liked Sgt. Pepper. I've listened to it once or twice. Not a huge fan. I love A Day in the Life. What's the other one I like? I don't know. I love A Day in the Life. But, you know, I saw it for relatively cheap, and I figured, you know, even if I don't like it, again, I'm a vinyl collector now, you gotta have some Beatles albums. So, at the very least, it's gonna sound good on vinyl. And this is, historically, one of the first concept albums, right? So, even just for historical value, it's worth owning. Even if it's not necessarily my favorite album musically. But who knows? Maybe I'll get more into it. Next, I have Son of Cactus, which was given to me by lovely Logan over there. He's been a real help in getting me some extra vinyl for my collection, because there's a lot of vinyl here that he either may not like, or, you know, just didn't have anyone to take off his hands for one reason or another.
Well, the Magical Mystery Tour... Sorry to interrupt.
You're
the
fine.
Magical Mystery Tour was just because
He got a new copy.
I got a new copy. The one I gave him was a remaster, and I got... Well, not the original, but an earlier master. It's the Apple label one.
Yeah, so he basically was just like, hey, you want this one? And be like, yeah, sure.
Also, mainly, I just wanted that album in stereo, because it's better in stereo.
Yeah, but my record player doesn't really... I mean, like, the speakers are so close.
But...
It does, but the speakers are so close, like, it doesn't really matter much.
Exactly.
But yeah, we listened to some of this album earlier, and it's, not great, but I don't know, maybe I'll have to listen to it a little closer, and maybe I'll find some things to like about it. I mean, the guitar playing sounded pretty solid, so maybe there's some good solos in there.
Those were awful.
The vocals were really bad. I don't know, I don't have much else to say about it, but I am happy to have it, either way. And finally, we have Opiate by Tool. Now, I am maybe not a big Tool fan, but I do really like Tool. Lateralis, Enema, Undertow, 10,000 Days, even the new one, Fear Inoculum, or Fear in Column, or whatever the hell it's called. If I were given the choice, I would own every Tool album on vinyl, because they're all really great albums, and I'm assuming with the dynamic range that you get on vinyl, it would sound a lot better as well.
Yeah, I can assure you this sounds amazing on vinyl. I actually got that from the NYL. I posted a video earlier where I got that and a couple other ones, and I said that I would give that one to Tyler, and I did.
Yeah, I'm happy to have it. I love this EP. This is actually, like, amongst my favorite collection of Tool songs. I really like early Tool that's really heavy, and I don't dislike later Tool that's more atmospheric, like Fear Inoculum and whatever else, but I'm a bigger fan of their heavier songs. And this was basically the EP they made before Undertow. So, like, this was all very raw. They were wearing their influences on their sleeves on this album. It was definitely their heaviest album to date. I don't even think you can argue that.
Get that Bob Marley looking motherfucker out of here.
But yeah, Does he look like Bob Marley?
No, that was just a line from the album.
Oh.
It was like a live thing, and he said, "Get this Bob Marley motherfucker out of here."
I don't remember, but that's amazing. Either way, I'm happy to have it. That is what I got. So let me go through it once more, real quick. So we got Opiate by Tool. We got Son of Cactus by the Cactus Band. And by the way, every single time I see this name, Son of Cactus, I just want to start belting that Tarzan song. Do you know what I'm talking about? Son of something?
Wait, no, that's not.
Son of a... Anyway, the viewers know.
I don't know.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club by the Beatles.
Did you say Lonely Hearts Club?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Lonely Hearts Club Band, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Magical Mystery Tour, also by the Beatles, who are a bunch of furries. I'm going to put this over there because I took it out.
Beatles always had some good album art.
True. Except for Rubber Soul. That album art is just them, like, looking over something.
Oh, and the White Album.
Yeah, it's literally just white.
Which I am still bitter about the fact that...
Chicago 2.
Yeah. I'm still bitter that the remaster couldn't even make it a plain white album.
Making Movies by Dire Straits. And by the way, they couldn't have made this an actual tab. What the fuck, people? This isn't a real tab. It looks like one, but it's not. Bullshit. We got Grace Under Pressure by Rush. Quiet Riot, Mental Health. Like I said, I keep thinking it's Mental Health. And Diary of a Madman by Ozzy Osbourne. Honestly, I'm probably most happy to have this out of everything I got today. Alright, that has been my update. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have any recommendations for albums that I could get or listen to, leave them in the comments, and I'll talk to you later.
I have a recommendation.
What's that?
Retire.
Peace.